Hello students, welcome to Engineering Chemistry Laboratory. Today we are going to discuss about experiment number 4. Title of the experiment is calorimetric analysis of KMnO4 and verification of Lambert-Beer's law. The aim of this experiment is to verify the Lambert-Beer's law and to determine the concentration of given KMnO4 solution. First, we'll discuss what is Lambert-Beer's law means. Okay. When a monochromatic light, pass through a solution. Here we have a glass tube is there. In that we have a solution of concentration C. And whenever you pass a monochromatic light through this solution, okay, then here some part of the light will be absorbed, and the remaining light will be transmitted towards the detector, Here detector will give the information about how much light absorbed, and how much light transmitted. Here absorbed light will get like a parameter called absorbance, and the transmitted light will get like percentage of transmittance. Okay, this is how we'll get the how much light absorbed and how much light transmitted. Here the light intensity of incident light. Here the intensity of incident light is I0. Intensity of transmitter light is IT. In generally, this IT transmitted light intensity is lesser than incident light. How much decrease? Tells the Beer-Lambert's law. How much it decrease? The decrease in intensity with path length. What is path length here? B. B means distance of the light travel through the solution. The distance of the light travel through the solution. That is called path length. Path length. So this decreasing here, minus symbol represents the decreasing in the intensity. So the decreasing in the intensity of light with path length is proportional to the intensity of incident light and concentration of the solution. Concentration of the solution Here B called path length. Okay. So to remove this proportionality, what we'll do? We'll substitute with a constant. dB is equal to epsilon prime. Here the constant, proportionality constant is epsilon prime and IC. Okay. If you do integration, why we are doing integration here? The intensity of light changing from I0 to IT, and di by I is equal to epsilon prime concentration integration of dB. dB here. So now what's the final equation looks like? Log I0 by IT is equal to epsilon prime C B. Integration of dB means P. So if I write log 10 like, then I can substitute here 2.303. So hold this term like called absorbance, A absorbance, and hold this term again writing like another constant like epsilon C B. Here each term, what is A represents? Absorbance. 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 And epsilon means molar extinction coefficient. And B is path length. And C is the concentration of solution. Concentration concentration of solution. So here for a solution of C concentration, here A is proportional to C. From this equation, for a particular solution, epsilon is same and B's path length is as constant. If you are using same tube of length, same length, it is also constant. So the absorbance is proportional to the concentration. So if you prove this absorbance, if absorbance is constant proportional to concentration, then we can say that the Lambert Beer's law has been verified. So now we will do the experiment to prove this one. Absorbance is proportional to concentration. And one more aim of the experiment is to determine the concentration of given KMnO4. Okay, I will also tell you how we can determine a concentration of given KMnO4. Before that, I will tell you how we can determine this absorbance. Here, the absorbance of light, okay, absorbance of the solution, we can determine using a colorimetric analysis method. In this method, we'll use an instrument called colorimeter. This is the colorimeter instrument, and here in this colorimeter, generally the light pass in this direction. We have a filter here which is having different wavelengths, so that the light will pass only a fixed wavelength. So that's why we call monochromatic light, right? So that this filter, whatever the filter is here, this filter will pass the only fixed wavelength light from this light source, and it goes to the solution tube, and the transmitted light will be goes to detector. Here the detector will be there, so that this detector will analyze the transmitted light, and it will give the information about the absorbance and transmittance, percentage of transmittance here in this display. Okay, this is about the colorimeter, and here what we'll do means we'll take the various concentration. We'll take the various different concentration solutions of KMnO4. First of all, we'll take the a fixed a standard KMnO4 stock solution of concentration 0.002 molar. From this solution, we'll prepare a series of known concentration. Like we'll take 25 ml flask. We will take 25 ml 8 flask. Okay, standard flask. Standard flask. Okay, we will take 25 ml standard flask, 8 numbers. Here, how many concentrations we prepared? 8 concentration. So that we'll take 8 concentration 25 ml standard flask, and each standard flask will take different amounts of KMnO4, like 1 ml, 2 ml, 3 ml, 4 ml, 5 ml, 6 ml, 7 ml, 8 ml. Like that, in each flask will take different amounts, and will make up the standard flask up to the mark with distilled water, so that the each flask having different concentration. How much concentration it will be? We have stock solution concentration 0.002 into how much ml we have taken? 1 ml. 1 ml by how much totally the standard flask value is 25 ml. Like that, if you do, the concentration comes like 8 into 10 to the power of 5 molar. Similar way, if we do calculation for 2 ml flask, the concentration will be comes like 16 into 10 to the power of 5 molar. Similarly, 24, 32, 40 into 10 to the power of minus 5, 48 into 10 to the power of minus 5, like that up to 64 into 10 to the power of 5. Like that, we will take 8 concentrations of KMnO4. It is all are different concentration. Now what we'll do, we'll measure the absorbance of each solution. Each solution absorbance we will measure, and we'll note down in a table. We'll note down in a table here. We'll note down in a table here. In this, the values will note down here, and then what we'll do, in this we'll note down all the values. Then what we'll do, we'll draw a graph that is called calibration plot. What is calibration plot means? On x-axis we'll take the concentration of KMnO4, on y-axis we'll take the absorbent values of each solution, and we'll note down the make the points of each absorbent for each concentration. So after noting all the points, if you draw a line, if that with the concentration, this absorbent, with the concentration, this absorbance, if this absorbance increases linearly, that means A is proportional to C. That means A is proportional to C. And so A is proportional to C means what we can say, the Lambert-Beard's law has been verified. One of the aim is we have proved. Then what's the next one? You have to find out the concentration of unknown solution. How will find out? We'll take unknown concentration KMnO4 solution, and we will note the measure the absorbance of that solution. Then we will note these absorbent values here, and the respective x-axis value gives the concentration of this unknown solution. That we'll note the absorbance value here, and we'll draw a line, and we'll find out the respective x-axis value. That x-axis value gives the concentration of unknown KMnO4 solution. Like this way, we can prove the Lambert-Beard's law, and also we can find out the concentration of given KMnO4 solution. Now we will go to the experimental part. Okay, we'll go to the demonstration. Let's go to the demonstration part. Okay, here we have prepared all the standard solution, a series of known concentration KMnO4 solutions. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, in this we have taken 1 ml, in this we have taken 2 ml, and here 3 ml, 4 ml, 5 ml, 6 ml, 7 ml, 8 ml. Okay, now we will calculate what are the concentration of each solution. Okay, like this we have prepared a series of known concentration solutions of KMnO4. Now what we have to do is we have to find out the lambda max. Lambda max means absorption maxima of any of this solution. We will take all our KMNO4, so that if you find any solution, lambda max, if you find out, it will applicable to all the solution. So that we will take one of the solution from this 8 samples and we will find out the absorption maxima. Okay. Here I am taking sample 2 and I will calculate the lambda maxima of KMNO4 solution. Before going to find out the absorption maxima of KMNO4, I will tell you something about information about this system. This is called colorimeter. I have a solution bottle is here. It is called cuvette. It is called cuvette, and we will fill this cuvette with the solution and we will place here and we will find out what is the absorbance of that solution using this meter. Okay, here it will tell you if you want absorbance, it will tell you the absorbance. If you want percentage of transference, it will tell you the percentage of transference also. For that you have to change the mode here. If you want absorbance, you have to change to absorbance mode. If you want percentage of transference, you have to change to percentage of transference mode. Okay. To calibrate this meter, first we have to this mode set to 0. This knob is set to 100. Okay. To calibrate it, we will use percentage of transference as a parameter. By keeping black tube, we will set the transference 0. So means it will not transmit any light. By keeping this tube with distilled water, I have filled with the distilled water and then clean with the tissue paper and clean it without any dust particles or any drops outside the tube. Then you have to fill the tube up to 3/4 level is fine. If you fill the tube 3/4 is fine. Then keep it and adjust percentage of transference to 100. Right, now I will adjust to 100 here. I am adjusting to 100 because it is a highly transparent material. That's why the percentage of transference should be 100. So here I am adjusting percentage of transference to 100. Basically what we are doing is, by keeping black material, we are setting the percentage of transparent to 0 by keeping highly transparent water solution. When changing the meter 100 percentage of transparent to 100%. Now the meter is ready to use. The colorimeter is ready to use. In this meter totally we have only fixed valence. What are the valence we have here is 420, 440 filter, 490 filter, 520 filter, 540 filter, 570 filter, 600 and 720. Totally we have 8 filters are here. So by keeping this light filter in each mode, each filter, we have to calibrate our system and then we have to measure the absorbance of the solution. Let's see. First I kept at 420, I kept the black material and I kept in at percentage of transparent mode, and I have to, if it is not 0, adjust to 0. It is 0 means no need to adjust. Now I will take the pure water and I will keep the cuvette with the pure water. I will adjust the transparent to 100%. Now we adjusted the meter and we calibrated this meter for 420 nanometers wavelength light. Now we will take one of the solution, one of our solution. Here I am taking number 2 solution, and I will add this solution to the another cuvette and clean the cuvette to remove all the dust particles which are there at the outside walls. Then keep this one and adjust the mode to, we have to find out the absorbent, so that I will change the mode to absorbance. Now note down the what is the absorbance you find out here. Note down on the table. In this table 1, our aim is to determine the absorption maxima. This is called lambda max of KMnO4. So that first we are taken 420 nanometers filter and note down the absorbance. How much absorbance we got? 0.07. 0.07. Change the filter now. Now I change the filter to 440. Then again calibrate the system for this wavelength. Similarly, like previous, we will keep in black tube, and for calibration we are following the percentage of transparent as a parameter, so that for black it should be 0. It is 0. Then whatever the water sample we have taken, you place over here, and we will adjust the meter to 100%. So by using set 100 knob, I will adjust 100. Okay. Now this meter is ready. It's calibrated and ready to use at 440 nanometers light. Again, I am cleaning it. and placing in the sample holder. This is the sample holder. I am placing over there, and we change the mode to absorbance, and the absorbance is here also we observe same 0. At 440 nanometer filter, we observe the same 0.07 nanometer absorbance. Now again change the filter to 490, and I am calibrating the instrument again at this 490 light. Keep it and adjust to change mode to percentage of transparency and adjust to 0. It's already 0 means no need to adjust. Then take the water sample and place in the sample holder and adjust this transparent to 100%. It should be 100%, right? At this light wavelength also I am adjusting. Now I have calibrated this meter for 490 nanometer light. Now again take the sample to cuvette and place in the sample holder and note down the absorbance. Now here I observe the reading is at 490 nanometer. The absorbance is 0.19. Now again next filter. What's the next filter? 520 filter. Again I am calibrating the instrument at 520 filter by changing mode to percentage of transparency, and the sample I place here and it should be 0, and it's already showing 0. Then I change the water sample cuvette. Then I got 98, but it should be 100, right? So that I'll adjust the meter to 100%. Now the meter is calibrated for 520 nanometers light. Now take the again same second sample and place over here and note down the absorbance value here. For 520 nanometers, what's the value I got? 0.29. Absorbance is 0.29. Now again I will change the filter to 540 and I will do the calibration using black tube. That percentage of transparent should be 0. It is 0 and it should be 100%. But I got 97. So I adjust the meter to 100. Now meter is ready to use at 540. So same way again I am placing second sample and I am noting down the absorbance value. Now I got how much absorbance? 5 at 540 nanometers light. I got the absorbance value 0.31. Similar way I will do for next filter, that is 570. So same way, place the black tube and change the mode to transparent, and I got 0 and take the water sample and it should be 100%. So that I will change it to 100. Now it's adjusted to 100. So now the meter is ready to use at 570 nanometers. Now I will place the second sample again and I will measure the absorbance. So I will change the mode to absorbance. I will note down the absorbance value at 570 nanometers. How much I got? 0.17. Again, what is the next filter? 600. Do same thing. Place the black tube, change to percentage of transparence mode and note down the reading. Adjust the reading to 0. It's already 0 means no need to adjust. Again take the water sample and place adjust to 100. Now this machine is ready to use at 600 nanometers light. Now place the second sample KMnO4 sample and note down the absorbance. How much we got at 600? 0.06. We have one more filter is there. What is that filter? 720 nanometers. Let's take the black tube and change the mode to percentage of transparence and adjust to 0. It's already at 0 and take the water sample and adjust to 100. Now the meter is ready to use at 720 nanometers. Note down the absorbance of the second sample KMnO4 solution and note down the absorbance. I changed the mode and I got absorbance at 0.02. Now see the readings here where you got highest value, where you got highest absorbance value, that is the we will consider like absorption maxima. Here where we got at 540 we got 0.31. This is the highest value, so that the lambda max is the respective light filter. What is the respective filter? 540 nanometer. The first step is done. We find out the lambda max, okay, absorption maxima of KMnO4 solution, of KMnO4, KMnO4, okay.
Now what we have to do? We prepare a series of concentrations like this. Now at keeping the filter at lambda max. How much lambda max we got? 540. By keeping the filter at 540, we have to find out the lambda max absorbance of all these solutions. We have to find out the absorbance of all these prepared solutions. Okay. First of all, I will take the sample 1. I am taking the sample 1 now. Here number 1 noted. I am taking the sample 1 now. For every standard flask, before we have to mix all the solution well. Okay, you have to mix all the solution well using this stopper. Now take the sample 1, which is the concentration of, what is the concentration of sample 1 is 8 into 10 to the power of -5 molar. I am taking that, but before that we change the filter, right? We change the filter, so that we have to again calibrate the system at this filter again. So now I am keeping this black and changing to percentage of transmit mode and adjusting to 0, and I am taking water here. And why you are taking water? Because we prepared all the solutions using water. That's why we have to remove the effect of this water absorbance. So that's why we are using water, and we are removing this effect, water effect, and by adjusting the percentage of transparency should be 100 here. Now by using this filter, now this meter is calibrated for 540 nanometer filter. By using same light, 540 nanometers light, we will find out the absorbance of all these solutions. First I have taken for sample 1 and I will change the absorbance. I will note down the absorbance of sample 1 is, I will write down in table 2. What is the table 2? Determination of absorbance of KMnO4 at lambda max. At lambda max. What is the lambda max here? 540 nanometers. So I will note down the absorbance of each sample here. What is the absorbance of sample 1? 0.14. Now I will change the solution in the cuvette with sample 2. I will throw it. Now I will fill the cuvette with sample 2. And clean the cuvette with tissue papers. And place over here and find out the absorbance. What is the absorbance we got here? 0.30. Actually, how much we got here? 31. Sometimes it is not a big error. So again we got same value, almost same value we got. Here we got the 0.31. Here again we got the 0.30. Same, almost same reading we got. I will change the sample to sample 3. Now I will take the sample 3 here and I will add the solution to sample 3. Sample 3 solution to cuvette, and I will place in a sample holder. This is a sample holder. I will place over there. I will note down the reading here. It is 0.40. Similarly, Similarly, I'll take the sample 4, which the concentration is now it's the sample 4. I'm placing over here. You have to clean properly. Place over here and note down the value. How much value we got? 0.57. 0.57. I wrote here 0.57. Now again take the sample 5. Take the sample 5. Okay, note down the reading of sample 5, and the reading is 0.73. Note down the reading 0.73. Now take the sample 6. Sample 6 I am taking and fill the cuvette. And place in the sample holder and note down the value. How much you got? 0.83. Now we will take the sample 7. This is a sample 7 and note down the lambda max. What's the value we got? 0.89. And take it out and throw the solution and take the sample 8. And note down the reading like 1.06. Okay, that is for 8. Okay, then we have recorded absorbance value for all the prepared solutions. Now what we have to do is we have to find out the concentration of unknown KMnO4. We know the concentrations of all these 8 solutions, but we don't know the concentration of this unknown KMnO4. Okay, now we will find out the absorbance of this unknown concentration KMnO4. I will throw the 8th sample KMnO4 and fill the unknown KMnO4 in the cuvette. And clean it and place in the sample holder. Now note down the unknown value. Here on 9th sample I am writing unknown. What is the absorbance? You got 0.53. Okay. Now I will find out the concentration of this unknown solution using a calibration plot. What is calibration plot means? Now I will draw a graph by using this concentration on x-axis and the absorbance on y-axis, and I will draw a line. I will draw a graph concentration on x-axis and absorbance on y-axis. The concentration that I will take 10 to the power of minus 5 mole. Okay, like that, like 8 and 16, 24, 32, so on like that. Here I will take the absorbance value. I will note down the points here. Okay, if these points are linearly increasing, means A is proportional to C. A is proportional to C, which is we verify or we prove the Beer's law, which is Beer's law. So if you prove this, if it is that graph is like a straight line, or with the concentration absorbance increasing in the proportionally increases or linearly increases, then we say that we prove the Beer's law. This is the one of the first aim of the experiment. Then we will find out what are the unknown absorbance is there. We will note down the unknown absorbance here, and we will draw a straight line, and whenever it intersects this line and the respective x-axis value is the concentration of unknown. Okay, this value is the unknown concentration of whatever the concentration of unknown KMnO4. This value is the concentration of unknown KMnO4. Like this way we can find out we prove the Beer's law, and also we can find out the unknown concentration of any solution. Okay, here we have taken KMnO4. We find out the concentration of KMnO4 using this calorimetric technique. Thank you.